I'm gonna keep my thing brief. This musical is actually gonna be In the Heights. I am so convinced that this musical is actually gonna be In the Heights. That I'm gonna like, I can literally, if it's not, I will chop off my left arm. Like literally, I'll give away my left arm if it's not. I'm just gonna tell you why I think this musical is In the Heights. In the school that I go to, every year around February time, before the half term of spring, the school hosts musicals, and they've been doing that for almost 10 years now. So this musical that's coming up in 2024 is gonna be marking 10 years of the school doing a musical. We've done, I think, 8 musicals, 8 or 9 musicals, 8 musicals. The one coming is going to be the 9th one. The school started the musical service, whatever, in 2014. And in 2014, they started off with West Side Story. 2015, they did Grease. 2016, they did Lion King. 2017, they did Billy Elliot. 2018, they did Les Mis. 2019 is when I came into that high school. We did Mary Poppins. 2020, Phantom of the Opera. 2021 we didn't do because of COVID. 2022 we did Sound of Music. This year, or like the last academic year, we did West Side Story again, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Now we're coming up to 2024's musical, and I think it's going to be In the Heights. Ever since the last musical, there have been rumors and speculations going around that it may or may not be Grease in 2024. If you ask me about Grease, I personally do not like Grease. Like, I just think Grease is just a bit of too much frantic, like, not like the practitioner, but like, it's just too frantic, there's too much going on, it's like, I can't understand it, it's like, and the plot line is just kind of like, it's not given to me personally. Some people like Grease, I just think personally, it's not for me. I'm not saying it's a bad musical. I'm not saying that at all. I just personally would not want to do it. And when we came back for this academic year, also be sure to check out Code 12, link in description right now. All the speculations of Grease being the new musical for this year or for 2024 has grew again pretty much. At the time, I wanted it to be Lion King, but then when I really thought about it, I was thinking, I don't think they're gonna do Lion King again. And then that's when In the Heights came into my mind, and I watched the musical, like the musical, not the movie. I was thinking, yeah, this is a good musical, because it's a little bit like West Side Story, but it's different. The plot's different, but like the movement's the same. It's still like Spanish related, you know what I mean? Originally, I was meant to pitch the idea in my drama class because I took drama as A-level, but I forgot to. So I then decided to pitch the idea through messages to one of my teachers. I'm not gonna say their real names, but whoever goes to my school, you'll know who I'm talking about. For the sake of this video, we'll call them Teacher 1, Teacher 2, and Teacher 3. Once I get through the story, you'll understand which teacher's which. I pitched in Teacher 2. I pitched in the idea through Teams to Teacher 2, and then Teacher 2 really liked the idea, and she said that she'll keep it in mind. The following week when I came back to school, I had Teacher 1 for drama twice. It was like a double drama lesson. And then when I told Teacher 1 that I pitched into Teacher 2 that I was In the Heights, Teacher 1 already knew because Teacher 2 told her. And then Teacher 1 was really desperate to do In the Heights. And at that time, luckily, none of the 3 teachers have discussed about what the musical was going to be yet. So we could still pitch in ideas, which is why I pitched the idea of In the Heights. A week goes by, I'm saying like this week, I'm saying this week, I think it is this week. Teacher 2 tells us that the musical has been discussed and they've sent it to like a higher authority in the school so it can get approved. Obviously, they can't tell us what the musical is, but there have been a lot of rumors because of the fact that In the Heights was like a popular choice as well. There's been a lot of rumors speculating around In the Heights as well around the school, and I know that because I went around to people who did the musical last year, West Side Story 2, and they were saying,
oh, I think it might be In the Heights, you know. Oh, maybe it might be In the Heights this year. Do you really think it could be In the Heights?
Oh, In the Heights, yada yappa. And the reason why musicals gets approved before they can actually announce the musical is just so that it's like appropriate for like people to watch, and not only that, for us to do. Let's say there's this musical called Stab the Bitch Dead. Just from the title, you know they're not gonna do that musical, because it wouldn't be suitable for people to watch. I haven't seen the musical, but I can just assume that it's not going to be suitable for us to do. That's why it needs to get approved. So they sent Musical X to get approved. So we're now waiting for them to tell us what the musical is. And Teacher One told us it was going to get announced this coming week. Like the coming Monday or whatever. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And it came to the attention of Teacher One, in fact all the teachers for that matter, that the rumors of speculating around, and then they've debunked it. One of the rumors were, this is gonna be Grease because they did West Side Story last year, and Teacher One said no. The reason why we did West Side Story last year, despite us doing it back in 2014, was because it was to celebrate the 10th year of us doing musicals, and they wanted to bring back an old one just to like cultivate how it's been 10 years that the school's been doing musicals and it's went well. And that's why they did West Side Story again. So because they've debunked the theory that they're not repeating the cycle of the previous musicals that they've done 9 years ago, Teacher One says, it doesn't mean that it's not Grease. To me, I think if you're saying that, like, it doesn't mean it's not Grease, then that pretty much proves the point of the theory. Cause, hear me out, yeah? You're trying to say that you're not trying to repeat a cycle, yeah? But then you also want to say, it doesn't mean that we're not doing Grease. But then if you're trying to prove us wrong that you're not trying to do cycles, why would you then say, the musical is Grease? Because that's going to make everyone think that, they're just repeating the cycle. So what you said was a lie. Next year it's going to be Lion King. So, we can just re-prepare for Lion King in 2025 and then no problem done. If you're trying to debunk that theory, of course you're not going to pick Grease. So that's why I don't think it's Grease. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but knowing the teachers, I do not think they're going to put Grease again. And then here comes the best bit, because now this week, the week that's just been has gone by, and I'm hearing many people, coming to me saying, the Teacher One did this, Teacher Three did that, in relation of In the Heights, in the same week. And then I've seen it as well. Every time I mentioned In the Heights in front of Teacher Two, she started smiling, she started smirking. Every time I mentioned In the Heights to Teacher One, she was going to say,
I wish I could do it. Honestly, I really want to do it.
And then now, just yesterday, I'm hearing that Teacher Three was in a music lesson singing In the Heights. He could have picked any song to sing to. Nobody asked him to sing the song. Nobody asked him to sing In the Heights. He could have picked deeper, yeah. He could have picked any single song known to mankind in the whole world, and he chose to sing a song from In the Heights. Coincidence? I think not. It has to be. That just proves it has to be In the Heights. I'm not just, because there's no way you're having a teacher just randomly singing In the Heights for no reason in a music lesson. Like, the math is not mathing. The English is not Englishing. My processor is not processing. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Someone who I know very well, we're quite close, kind of like friends, told me yesterday, Teacher Two, on her, on YouTube, on her recently played, Teacher Two's recently watched playlist had In the Heights in it. Ow! Yes, you must see it. So in the recently watched, one of the teachers, which was Teacher Two, had a In the Heights sing-along. Why would you have that on your recently watched as well? Like, it's not that you just watched it like a month ago, 2 months ago. Recently watched, like, the first 10 videos of that recently watched. We could see that in one of the 10 videos. That is not a coincidence. That is no coincidence. It has to be. But that's what I've been getting told. That's what I found out. But all of the things that I'm getting told and I've seen myself linked together. And with that link, it creates the fact, it creates the theory that's going to be true, that this year's musical will be In the Heights. Yesterday, I did like an Instagram poll saying, oh, which musical do you want it to be, either In the Heights or Grease, because they were two big musicals that was sent around school everywhere. But what do you guys think? What do you think the musical should be? Do you think it should be In the Heights? Do you think it should be Grease? Do you think it should be neither of them? And then if that's so, comment down below which musical do you want it to be. Me personally, I think it's In the Heights. I want it to be In the Heights. There's two characters I would go for. I'm not gonna say any of them. Until the cast list. If it should it be in the should it be In the Heights? If the cast list gets announced, then I'll tell you who I went for, and then if I get the part, I get the part. If I don't, I don't. I just really want it to be In the Heights. And if you're watching this video, I know some of you will agree with me. That was just a quick video, just me waffling on about musicals, being a drama kid and that. Like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one in a bit.